In every great nation in history, there's always been a defining moment, a watershed moment where you need great leaders that are willing to confront perennial challenges of the nation, regardless of what the short-term unintended consequences might be, but with an eye to a more prosperous future for not only current generations, but future generations. That we find in our current president, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu.
One of the agendas of this presidency is to drive Nigeria to a $1 trillion GDP. The road to $1 trillion is not only in natural resources, right? It is also in mobilizing investments, right? It's in partnerships, in trading with other countries. And your ability to do that, again, it's based on you have clear set of rules, you have defined processes that investors can take a look at and have confidence that when they do business with Nigeria or with companies in Nigeria, that they're doing business with a very credible party.
The forum is a priority because it sets the standards that we want to establish in the management of public assets.
We can see that even for some of our portfolio companies where there is high quality of corporate governance, we have seen the value that they've been able to create sustainably, not only in terms of financial returns, social impact, economic growth that they experience. And we have also seen instances where when that corporate governance is missing, those companies also miss the mark and they fail to deliver on the mandate for which they were established.
The governance structure and the practices, operations, sustainability issues, preparation of accounts, submission of management accounts, and these are the issues that we're looking to address in all these discussions.
Let us come together, let us read the history. What went wrong? How did we get to where we are today? How come our government-owned enterprises do not even pay dividends? But most of them do not pay dividends to government. What are the issues?
And it would start to gradually address several challenges across different value chains. Most importantly, it would be to cure several governance defects, address risk management gaps, as well as the fundamental one, which is to institutionalize best practices that drive transparency.
It also gives an opportunity for us to bring, these the stakeholders together to address critical challenges that we have observed in some of them. Challenges associated with having fragmented compliance standards, having inconsistent accountability mechanisms.
So the scorecard, because it's a clear, measurable, and objective set of criteria by which the portfolio companies will be assessed, is very important in identifying what is being done. Secondly, ensuring accountability.
There's also a provision in the Corporate Governance Act for even directors of company to be measured. So setting up a corporate governance structure and a scorecard for the portfolio companies consistent with the provision of the Act and best practices.
The scorecard is in the form of multiple choice questions. There are some that are not directly multiple choice. There are yes and no. There are some where you'd have to explain, but then it seeks or it strives to cover the entire field. It's gone through several professional reviews. There's been input from key stakeholders such as the World Bank, Society for Corporate Governance, the Chartered Institute of Directors, Financial Reporting Council.
So the portfolio companies will now know that nobody is going to borrow money and give you to spend. You are going to be expected to generate money from the business that government has set up to fund this budget, to provide social services for the people, to create more employment.
So for those portfolio companies that adhere to properly, we're going to award them. And for those that have not, we will follow up.
Of the 52 companies where we've established that the federal government has an ownership, and that number continues to grow as we do the identification and enumeration work only 20 of those 52 have audited financials for the last 3 years. The fact that you're a federal government-owned entity or federal government-linked entity doesn't mean that you should not abide by what would be the appropriate principles of governance that could be found in any other private sector entity across the world.
From MOFI's perspective, it gives us a chance to actually evaluate on a continuous basis how well they are adhering to these standards. And that, in my own opinion, will address the number one challenge, which is accountability.
In this work, MOFI is your friend, MOFI is your partner. Come along, let's do this journey of good corporate governance together. Let's deliver value to Nigerians.
We trust that there will be takeaways on how federal government entities and federal government-linked entities can better improve their activities.
We are looking forward to a paradigm shift, and it can only come if we all take time to challenge the status quo. And we hope at the end of this seminar we'll have been able to achieve that.
All your thoughts, all the ideas that we've gathered, we will make sure that our portfolio companies adhere to those.
Take away the practices, the learnings, as well as imbibe, these standards and these values that we're going to be discussing.
We hope that the participants at this forum are honest. There's honest interaction, honest feedback, and the interactions from today will go a long way in shaping governance.
I see this as an opportunity to recommit ourselves to the development of this country, where we all feel that we are equal stakeholders, we are joint owners in this country.
Let us stop complaining about the fact that Nigeria is not working. Let us come together to build institutions that will ensure that Nigeria works, not just for us, but for all other Nigerians.
You're welcome to MOFI's Corporate Governance Forum.